Hi everyone, Cinder here. Welcome back to FF14. Alright, it's finally done. It's been forever. But the Anima weapon now has its full charge. Sharpened cane of the White Star. Verification node. We did it. Beep beep. Please present specimen for analysis. Analyzing. Beginning simulation. Etheric density exceeds prescribed parameters. Beep. Chance of failure estimated at 0.000000001%. Yes. Excellent. With readings like this, our work should be but a matter of course. Take the new Anima weapon and the Soul Stone to Geralt. At last we shall move the Anima to its new permanent vessel. In your inventory. Then you have to put it in your inventory, which is so silly. Finish the Soul Stone? Let's have it then. The weapon too. And the Soul Stone. Well, let's get to it. Oi! How to share? You needed to yell. I can hear just fine. I just need a moment. A moment? What the hell's for? What's with the gloom all of a sudden? Wait a second. You ain't scared, are you? Scared? Scared? I'm absolutely terrified! What if something should go wrong? Years of hard work and research would be squandered. More importantly, an innocent new life would be lost. I could never forgive myself should the unthinkable befall the Anima. So that's it then? You just planned a run with nothing to show but a trail of piss on your way home? After all you've done to get this far? What about Sindral? He fought to the 7th hell and back to get the Anima ready for this. Correct. This is true. We're ready. And me! You've held me hostage here hammering new weapons day after day, and this one's me best yet. You'd be denying the world a masterpiece, what puts all the other smiths to shame. And sure, you might be a self-serving, preening little gobshite, but I've seen me fair share of scholars, and you're the cleverest little gobshite I've ever met. Should go without saying, the soul stone you made is perfect, so why get so bothered over nothing? Geralt, As you say, we have no reason to be concerned. Let us begin by transferring the Anima to the new Soul Stone. I require the Anima glass, if you'd be so kind. Here you go. Just done. Quickly now, Gerald. The Anima will not last long. Set the soul stone. Yes. Oh, you see the sweat. How do you like that? The pinnacle of perfection, forged from blood, sweat, and tears. And it's all yours, Syndrome. You've more than earned it. Let the music play. Feast your eyes on Sindri. The gods themselves weep for this beauty. I should hope the Anima is as pleased as we are. Care to summon it forth, Central? Huh? But where is the Anima? Does it not answer your call? No, it cannot be. Did it not survive the transfer? Good day to you, Central. Something the matter? You seem concerned. No, everything's fine. Oh, how wondrous it was! A great power welled up within me, the likes of which I had never felt before. For a fleeting moment, I was drifting, and then there was a burst of color and light. So warm, so comforting was the glow that I could feel myself nodding off to sleep. But then I heard your voice, and I woke with a start. I've never felt so alive. It's as if I was born anew. Born anew. Yes, in a sense that is indeed what has happened. You've grown strong, so much so that you need no longer rely on others. Yes, now you are free. Free to go forth with Syndrome, to see distant lands and embark on all the adventures this realm has to offer. In overcoming such trials, and travails together, I dare say you two have become quite the pair. Less adventure in his arm than fast friends. Fast friends? Though I am but a youth of 17 summers, I know that what it means to respect and care for another. This is the sort of true kinship I see in you. So he's 17. Okay. And Ashir. Gladdens me to hear such praise. My only aim now is to become stronger and prove myself a faithful friend to Syndrome. Your adventures with Syndrome will doubtless carry you to distant lands, where you'll confront foes the likes of which I can scarce imagine. But no matter the challenge, you must rise to overcome it, together as two friends do. When you return from such travels, I should very much like to hear your tales of triumph. We've done it, Syndrome. The Anima shall enjoy life in all its splendor, now and forevermore, thanks to your selfless dedication. Words fail to express my gratitude. Oi, Ardashir. I ain't meaning to ask you, but I fixed up the wings on this little one too, just like you asked. Thank you, Gerald. All that remains to do is to calibrate the joints, and it will be complete. Ah, yes. There's another matter I would discuss with you, but doubtless you are weary after such a long day. Bid you safe travels home and a well-earned respite. Let's begin when you return, which is right now. Born again, and we get Sindri. Sindri? Your enemy weapon has been reborn, the spirit within imbued with newfound power. It's done. And you see it when it's not wielded, it looks okay. I like the look of the sharpened cane more, but when you wield it, when it's wielded, I think it looks really cool. Like the angelic wings. It's mimicking the oh, I always forget how to pronounce it. The symbol for like doctors, the I could picture the name, but I believe I spelled it right. Which you see from Greek. And it's older than that, if I remember right. But you see it now for modern medicine, for the doctor symbol. I always butcher the pronunciation, so. like a medical corpse. Which, if I remember right, isn't quite right. Like, they're using the wrong symbol, but I'd be lying to say if I knew the exact story and everything. Bit ignorant when it comes to that. Anyway, that's what it looks like, which is really cool. But not quite done. Body and soul. The inoperative automaton sits quietly, waiting to be given a new purpose. A minion. The Anima minion. I mean, the weapon's done. It's done. But there is one more quest we can take. Hi, Sky, Ellie, Maze. So good of you to come, Syndrome. Did you rest well? Yep. Kinda. I'm still kinda tired. Me. Not the character, me. Curious, are we? I'm afraid you'll have to wait a while longer. It's nearly ready, save for a few final adjustments. While I'm finishing this, I would ask you a favor. As you might remember, I wish to discuss something with you. Now that our work on the Anima is complete, I would have Mistress Rowena come and see the fruits of our labor, but try as I might, there is naught but static when I call via Link Pearl. Would you go and ask her to come here to Alislia? Sure. I should be finished by the time you return. She is sure to be pleased with what I have to show her, as will you. You're gonna make me teleport all the way to Idleshire. Oh, that person's done. Ah, no, I would clap. Sandungs. I was going to clap for that person. I just looked at it and saw it. Congrats to that person, whichever weapon that is. Because this sure was a fight to get done. It's really done. Yeah, so we're not quite done. There's another quest. It's really done. Looks like dagger could be ninja weapons. So we're not quite done. One more step. There usually is one more after we make it. Hey, Rowena. Well, if it isn't my favorite customer and business partner. Nobody likes you. Anyway, any new developments with the Anima weapon? Finished, you say? Best news I've had all day. Would that I could leave now to see it, but it'd be bad business to leave clients waiting. Tell Adashir he can expect a visit from me as soon as I'm done here. Alright. I've spent almost 1,000 gil just to do this. You all owe me 1,000 gil. While we wait for Mistress Rowena to arrive, there's something I wish to give you. It's a device to be used when summoning the anima. Care to give it a try? Sure. Neat. Clap, 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 clap. Did you call, Syndrome? Oh my! My body is... What happened? Despite all we've accomplished here, one thing still concerned me. The fact that your spirit is bound to the anima weapon, which is why you can only be summoned in its presence. What will happen then should he need your aid but not possess the weapon housing your spirit? It is why I created that new body. It is linked to you through your original soul stone, which still bears your etherical signature. So long as Syndrome keeps that device with him, your spirit can be channeled into this new physical form. Consider it my gift to you, that none may break the bond shared between you and Syndrome. Thank you, Hadashir. I'll never leave his side. You have my word. What's this then? Celebrating without me? Hi. Syndrome's told me everything. I take it that this is the anima I've heard so much about. Nod. Pleasure to meet you. Magnificent, is it not? A life created with our own hands, forged into a weapon, the anima weapon. Perfect companion to accompany adventurers like Syndrome. You impressed me, Hadashir. With proper rearing, these anima will make obedient helpers. And me a tidy profit. Of course. All about the money. I can see my gil was well invested, and I look forward to seeing more of your work. Now that you've overcome the hurdle of making the first, I'm sure a sharp lad like you can ready anima weapons for the masses in no time at all. Indeed, I've learned a great many lessons in my time here, thanks in no small part to Syndrome, and even Gerald. I dare say it will not be long before all the realm knows of the wonder that is anima. But first, I intend to return home. Fates permitting, I'll find a capable smith to assist me in fashioning more anima weapons. She is a merchant through and through. You heard the boy. He wants to go home, let him. I got better things to do than look after that streak of piss while he makes more toys. With me debts repaid, I'm heading to Costa del Sol for a well-earned... Repaid? I never took you for the sort who jokes about money. You owe me plenty. Now hold on, Rowena. You promised to forget me debts once we were done with the anima weapon. You did promise. And I'm a woman of my word. What you owed before we started this little business venture's been forgiven. That just leaves the cost of coming and going from Alice Leah and a rather impressive bill for all that mead you drank. I expect you to pay me back down to the last gil. Of course, I might be willing to forgive and forget again, if you help our dear boy Adashir. Any road, I ought to be heading back. Got business to tend to. Until next time, Central. Adashir. That's not fair. I'm sorry. I don't like her anyway, and that's not fair. That's business expense. Oi. Adashir. How about I fire up the forge for another of those anima weapons? Offers appreciated, but no thank you. As I said, what I seek is a smith committed to making weapons, not wasting his days in pursuit of drink. Right then. No more drinking till we're done. Glad we got that settled. We've settled nothing. Even if I were to consent, you would never hold up your end of the agreement. Even now I can smell the foul odor of ale on your breath. Perhaps we should leave them to settle this on their own. Surely there are others who need our assistance. Correct. That's so not fair. Poor Jerome. Words of wisdom. Rorin is plain evil. I agree with that. All about the money. That too, which is also unfair. Ah, Syndril. A pleasure as always. How fares the Anima? Does well. give me the last quest. Yeah, not fair, but pretty darn funny. True. Very funny. Poor girl. Sprightly as ever, I see. Puts my mind at ease to see you both well. Adashir. Are you there, Adashir? Just thought I'd check in. How are things coming along? Oh, Anna. Our research is progressing quite well, thank you. To what do I owe the pleasure of this unexpected call? It's those papers you had sent me a few moons ago. You got a letter back about them, and a rather comprehensive one, and at least judging by the weight of the envelope. Reckon you might want to drop by and pick it up. Could it be? I mean, of course. I'll make for Idleshire at once. Huh? After finishing our work on the Anima, I wrote a treatise on the various techniques we employed in its development. Thanks to Rowena and her influential connections, I was able to deliver it to a renowned scholar who is the realm's foremost expert on arcane entities. I could scarcely believe it, but it would seem my observations were deemed worthy of a response. Would you care to accompany me to Rowena's? I can but speculate as to contents of the letter, but I dare say we may learn of something of benefit to your Anima. Sure, why not? Excellent. Go ahead to Idleshire. I have a few tests underway that must be finished before I can leave. Follow anon. Ah, there he is. What took you so long? To hear Syndril here tell it, you were so bloody worked up by this letter, you nearly broke your link pearl. My apologies. No sooner had I arrived in the hinterlands than I realized the burners on my workbench were still lit. Then neither here nor there. Think this moment would come. May I see the envelope? After all, 'tis not every day one receives a personal missive from the illustrious Mistress Matoya. Oh! sent his findings to Matoya. Huh? Why, yes. Yes, of course. How could I have not seen? Why, it's all so clear now. I had the highest of expectations, but her analysis of my work was even more comprehensive and enlightening than I could have imagined. I mean, she does that. What's more, she praised my methods of development as innovative. Can you believe it? The incomparable Mistress Matoya, master of all matters arcane, was impressed by my intellect and ingenuity. That is truly impressive, actually. She went on to surmise that, considering the Anima in its capacity as a sentient weapon, its sense of individuality was lacking. Fear not! In her benevolence, she saw fit to counsel as to how we might address this very issue. She also does that. Wasn't half of that Geralt's thinking? Correct, and that shows just how impressive he is. He doesn't get enough credit, darn it. I know he drinks and all that and can be lazy, but when he gets going. Best blacksmith in all of the realms. Fledgling scholar I once would have been elated simply to receive counsel I could scarcely understand. But I have learned much in my time together with you and Geralt. Together, I am confident we could put Mistress Matoya's teachings to good use. What say you, Sindral? Shall we set to work on instilling your Anima with a keener sense of self-awareness? But we were done! Alright. Glad to hear it. Doubtless Geralt, too, will be pleased to hear of this most exciting turn of events. Let's return to Alice Leah and deliver the good news. Our product's getting a little more polished, eh? Well, if you and Edishir need anything at all, you can trust all Rowena to take care of it and charge you appropriately. Provided the price is right, of course. This ain't a charity I'm running here, after all. Good luck to you, Sindral. See, I was just adding it in, and then she does it anyway, so there you go. We know her well enough by now, that's true. Ah, unless you return. Scarcely wait to see what wonders will come of Mistress Matoya's counsel. Best friends forever. Please note that upon completing the quest Best Friends Forever, you'll receive an Anima weapon for a white mage. Adashir is eager to put Matoya's sage counsel into practice, and we get Sindri Lux, a fully complete Anima weapon. I have pored over Mistress Matoya's instructions, 20 times over in fact, and I do believe I have settled on our next course of action. Allow me to elaborate. As she explains it, the primals are the key to developing the Anima's sense of self. I will grant that the idea may seem far-fetched, but bear with me. As you are well aware, they are beings of ether, much like the Anima, summoned forth using crystals and driven by the faith of their followers. But to what ends do their followers summon them so? How do they fight once they made manifest? This is the knowledge I would have you share with the Anima. To do so, I ask that you take the Anima weapon in hand and call to mind your encounters with the primals as vividly as you can muster, as if you were fighting these great battles anew within the confines of your own mind, aka go run them again. This plan may seem peculiar, but every success and failure a man experiences grants him strength. Having overcome untold dangers and countless hardships, your spirit is in no doubt an inexhaustible reserve of energies. You must tap into that strength. Share it with the Anima. Alright? When you're finished revisiting your harrowing experiences with the primals, come speak to me. Alright, with Sindri equipped, overcome the trial of Bow of Embers hard, Howling Eye hard, and Naval hard. So, Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, we are basically going to run every hard mode primal from here all the way up to Heavensward. To the end of Heavensward. From the beginning of the game all the way up to Heavensward. Yay! Yeah, fun! Being a healer, though, this will be pretty quick overall. And of course, we get the one I don't like the most first, which I'm okay with. Let's go get chickens. Alright, let's start the show. That was some hate going after me first. No! Oh, that's such a lie! It even went off! I rescued him! That's bull. Ow. My body disappeared. It happens when you get hit. Oh. Yeah, Punk rocks. Oh, he's gone now. Look at that timing. Still, that's lame because I felt like I saved that guy. Oh, lame. Got caught. That stinks. Oh my gosh, I think they're dead. A trained healer. That's funny. I need to learn how to do that because I would like to. I was just in the cone. Was it worth it? I wanna ask the dancer if it was worth it. Oh, we did it. So the damage. The greater key of time. That's cool. Get up to the other healer. Yeah, speaking of that, I can't stand when the tank's the boss in the middle. I know, right? Pull him back toward the edge. Yay, player accommodations. Alright, that one's done. Got that one out of the way. Next. We'll do them in the opposite order it's listed. That's cool. I really would like to get a small party together and go grind out the elemental mounts. Did I say hi? Yeah, I did. Okay. Thought she was gonna do the other thing. This one. I always like how Garuda looks. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really neat arena. It really is. Yeah, I can't. That's why I said a small group. Like, I need one other person. I can't solo them. I've tried. I hate when I get stuck on this side of... Yeah, 1 of 8 when it shows up. Like, I need just, like, one other person. I don't do enough damage to beat them on my own. Because they always get off the insta-kill thing. Well, some of them have a way to, like, stun me, like fetters with, or the rock attack with Titan. Go to the other healer. Two player combinations. Like the rock. The rock attack, and then I insta-die. Alright, and then Ball of Embers. Some of the weapons the primals drop look really cool. Yeah, they always drop for classes I don't really play. It feels like. Like, I've tried to solo Titan, and every time I can get him close to dead, but then he does the take you into put into rock, and then you're dead because there's nobody to break me out. In Titan Extreme does go. Yeah, it insta kills you. Like, I already have the Titan one from the event several months ago. At this point, but I wanted to see if I could do it. Just to see. Yeah, it insta kills you. And all the other ones, it just takes me forever. Like, I can do Ifrit, it just takes forever. That takes me forever. Being a white mage. Oh, they already cast it. I guess I'll do Medica. One of the DPS should have already blasted him. There he goes. Yes, white mage is my only level 80 job. Oh, for samurai. Agreed that. Oh, did it. Got it. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I like the fiery blade. That's neat. That's cool. Alright. With Sindri equipped, overcome Thorn March hard, Whirl Eater hard, Striking Tree hard, and Akafa Amphitheater hard. So, Shiva, Ramu, Leviathan, and there's even a craftable version of it where the blade actually burns. That's awesome. I like that. And of course, Good King Mongol Mog the 12th. May he forever reign. God, I love that with the Mughal. They always add something. May his judgment be wise. And you just make your own up. It's great. But first, oh, I pulled up hard. Whoops. Leave this one. I didn't mean to pull up hard. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot with the The Sword on Fire Inferno Katana. That's cool. I like that a lot. Not you. Extreme. God, such pain. Oh, I forgot the three-way split. I forgot he does that here. Do it again. Hate Titan Extreme. Safe, watch. Oh! It didn't insta- I could have swore it insta-killed. Because I ran this over and over again. I know I set it on I know I set it on extreme. No, you were right. Ah, too far. Oh, I don't need to run it anyway. What's the other one I was doing on extreme then? Maybe it wasn't Titan. There was one I couldn't do. Time March 4 leader, striking tree, amphitheater, take you off. Striking tree. Or maybe they were just all annoying and I didn't want to do it because of that. I don't remember. Thorn March. Yeah, you're right. That's fine. Ever dance with the Moogle in the pale moonlight? I love how the music more and more picks up pace. And then we... And then the Moogle's guard gets together. Hail to the king, Kupo! Hail to the Kupo! I mean, king! And it's good King Mogamog the 12th. May his judgment be forever wise. Palm Flare. Oh. Bust it right before it. Memento Moogle. There you go. You just have to get past all the ads. And then they all run away. Gladiator and Paladin. Morbid Moogle Blade. You can see it. It has a Moogle on it. Which is cool looking. Hi, Ocular Ray. Should make the Moogle race playable. That'd be interesting. I wouldn't know, not in Shadowbringers. Best Moogle weapon is and remains the tome. The tome is really cool. I have seen it. Okay, that's done. Next. Are all Anima weapon requirements different? Nope, they're all the same. This is the final step that I'm doing. Yeah, so you're going through the dungeon part. Got removed. Are you far from done? I don't remember what step the dungeons were. Do you remember, Maze? Or Ellie? I asked you too. I don't know how long ago you did this. Was that in the early parts with the dungeons? That's still the early parts? Okay, yeah. Yeah, the step before the last step is the most grindy. It's really bad. Dungeons with... Really? The dungeons were the second step? Man, it's been so long since we started this. Since I started this. Pull it, let's go! I hate fighting Ramu Extreme. Like, I've basically soloed him. He's a pain. I'll try to get the mounts after I have level 80 equipment, like you said. Just be easier that way. Never try Ramu Extreme. You have to follow the mechanic or you're dead. At least I am. Probably with level 80 gear, you could ignore it. But there's like a charge mechanic where you have to reduce lightning damage taken by gathering things along the stage. But if you don't do that, he judgment bolts you, or whatever the basic attack is. I think it not Thunderstorm. One of the attacks hits you for like 20k. Like, it rips through you. As a tank, you would have enough to survive. But I don't. I can't take those
back to back, even even with my gear. Like after he'll do them over. He'll do it over and over again too. Like it's really hard to just heal through. But don't despair, Ray. You can do it. It's totally possible. Just super grindy. I don't know, I couldn't ignore the mechanic. It kills me. Right, exactly, but you have to do the damage reduction thing. Like now. It's this. It's what we just. It's what I just did. You grab the 3 to get the protection. But he hits for like 17-20k. At least he hits me for 17-20k with that thing. But it's just a pain doing it as a healer. I just don't do enough damage. It's boring. We'll sit here for 15 minutes to kill him, if not longer. It's just not fun grinding as a healer. Striking tree next. Now we sit here. Sorry, I just got really quiet there. I was expecting it to pop up. Just sitting here. Like a dope. I've just been wrong today. There we go. There are classes that just feel blah when you sink below a certain level. Like playing samurai pre-50 is weird. Like you ever sink below 50 with samurai, it's just weird. Leviathan! Tainted of the light. I didn't notice that before. I ran Leviathan so very long ago. Forget you too, Leviathan. I hit Leviathan while going across. I almost got the tail. Bye, Leviathan. Oh, only one player accommodation. Sad. Amphitheater. This is the part of the song that I really like. Oh, I just got nailed there. I was in both. Good job, me. Thank you for looking at chat. Oh well, no big deal. It's only Shiva. There's a lot that I haven't run, like the EXs, like the extremes, run them. Not party, not a undersized party. Ellie, do you know how to do macros? Like, make macros well on here? I tried reading up on it, but it seemed complicated. I love that part. Part's always cool. Pun intended. Love her song after it, after she Diamond Dust as well. It's also really good. I'm just so used to saying thanks all. I want to switch to a GG no Re in honor of the heroes from StarCrafts. In fact, it's why I'm wearing my my Life for Ire t-shirt right now. As I say that. Alright, next. Stalk as Stalk and Limitless Blue. On hard, ugh. I haven't done Limitless Blue in... since we did it the first time. Like, I haven't run that again. I've run, Stalk as Stalk recently. Speaking of Limitless Blue... Ha! Let's get it over with. If the island goes, so do you. Forgot this wasn't 50 since we've been running all the 50 stuff. I do have access to a few more tricks.
Where I heal too. I got the heal off. That's really what I wanted. Jeez. Stand up and help me. Uh-oh. That's a problem.
Yeah, low level scholar feels awkward too. Going back to that conversation. All right, whew. Almost ran out of mana there. Getting everybody back into fighting shape after half the party went down. That is one cool thing about being a low-level scholar, though. You still have the fairy that can heal for you, and you can just become another DPS, really. Like, you throw an extra heal every now and then, but for the most part, you're just a third DPS. Prelude to Slaughter. Yeah, I'm talking like Tamtara levels of Scholar. Ooh. Oh. Or is it? Yeah, you still get the fairy though. Wait, and the Harry heals for you. I said at that point, you're just a third DPS and you can run things even faster. Just spam your one attack spell and one dot. And our tank here in Satasha says. Did you just random into it, or well, you had to random into it? You get Scholar at 30. I say, are you choosing to level Scholar? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fairy itself can do most of the healing, unless you pull like half the dungeon. The fairy can heal for the most part. You throw a extra heal every now and then, and that's it. Oh, didn't mean to swift cast. Oh well. Hope somebody goes down. Especially the healer right now. I don't know why, but I really enjoy this part. With like the not chanting, but this music. It just fits. Wow. That's not good. Now you're out of camera range. Yeah, I think this song is cool. Why did I do that? A player commentation. Let's see. Containment Bay S1T7. Containment Bay P1T6. Containment Bay Z1T9. I don't think I have those. Those don't sound familiar at all. Oh, that's the Warring Triad. Yeah, we kind of ditched out on all those. Then we're super dying. Great. This is the place, Warrior of Light. Here we will find the containment facility wherein entities of incalculable power lie chained, their fathomless energy siphoned away by elegant devices. Pfft, they don't scare me. A jester took them. If he can, I can. As I warned you, Sephiroth poses the most immediate threat. He's also a joke. He gets one shot. His dreaming mind... Oh, sorry, that's Sephiroth. Just perilously close to consciousness. Thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual of whom I spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Continue inside. Ishola, Kryl. You've not been waiting long, I trust. We're eager to lend you whatever cooperation we may to your mission, Sinral. Nod. Meh. I don't know if it would be worth it. Honestly. You probably have a lot of people that you already play with and have a group and all that. I want to meet you at last. As I know of only one Pt.7, you must be Archon Yashola, meaning your diminutive companion is Mistress Kryl of the students of Baldesion, correct? Correct. Diminutive? Perhaps there's been some mistake. I assumed it was for my knowledge and not my stature that you requested my assistance. Haha, nice. Put him in his place. I remember, I didn't like this person. The mistake is mine. My apologies if I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceeded directly to the matter of our objectives. Your adversary is the Echion Sephiroth of the Warring Triad, otherwise known by the historians of Alag as the Fiend. He was once the patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings, but was subdued by the Empire. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use as a source of power. Even now, Sephiroth is neither dead nor living, his mind bound in a dream while his body's energies are harnessed by Allegheny technologies. The explanation of his failure to dissipate into aether lies in his restraints. Meaning it will be all but impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place, yes? Remove them, however, and we risk allowing an unfathomably powerful, and doubtless vengeful, Echion to run rampant. It seems we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening.
Most succinct assessment, Mistress Cryo. While I was aware that the Echo provided you with uncanny insight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy so quickly. Ha! If only my gift offered such detailed analysis, which to say it doesn't. I merely took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It'll be Central and I, after all, who entered the Echion's den.
Oh, okay, Krau's coming with me.
Indeed. Given the nature of our adversary, none save those under the aegis of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that's that settled, then. I'll disable the restraints, and Central and his gifted adventurer friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better that than the other way around. Other way around, I'd say, considering our respective fields of expertise, and, of course, my diminutive stature. Right, time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there.
You!
Beep. Activating verification systems. Lifting access restriction to Triad control. Did it?
And bow.
Had no idea the Baldessium curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls for Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave their operation to you. When we locate the controls? Mayhap my words were unclear. Only those blessed with the Echo may safely enter the facility. Your concern for my sanity is touching, but unnecessary. Suffice it to say, I am in no danger of falling under the Echion's sway. Bleep bloop. Warning. Verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. Garleans. Come, Arianje. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified. But I can't very well leave every deadly task to you, Scions. According to the histories, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength. Mighty enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Alleghans. And that more than once. Cut a long story short, we have to get this right. I shall do my best to not wake the Echion up too much. As my grandfather always used to say of certain little monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed.
Alright, we'll run these for the first time and get the quest done for best friends forever. That'll be fun. Careless ambitions of Archbishop Authority. And... Alright, full party. Let's go. Let's go die. You love this fight and its music? Alright. Let's see how it goes. here we go. That person has almost nothing on. Channeling his inner Godbert.
Disabling Sephiroth's restraints now. Good luck.
Thanks, Crow. You're neat looking. Flex. The swole tree hurt anyone? Ready as I can be. I believe in us. I'll just do what I always do. I can heal. Oh, everybody together. Let's see that. What is this? FF5 battle music? Boss music? Run behind him when he turns around. Okay. Oh. I assume this is spread out? Yeah, okay. Run behind him because he turned around. Ads, kill the ads. Okay, focus that. Not the Santa cosplay you expected. I said he was channeling his inner Godbird. Which we'll get back to that storyline after I'm done with all this stuff. Would be fitting. A demon in a tree, basically X-Death. Yeah, it's true. Demon in a tree would be X-Death. FF6? FF6? Well, he's not dead, so what happened? Fighting the 3 statues at the end of the game. Oh, okay. Stand with your back to the center stage. If you see a blue dot. Kill the ads and get in the tornado. Kill ads, get in tornado. If you have blue dot, turn around. In tornado. Ow! Thought he said in the tornado. Yeah, Han Yellow is a great name. Okay, now you, okay, so the tornadoes dodged that attack. I got hit by something else. Great. Split up. This looks deadly. Yeah, you're not killing me again with that. Jerk. I skipped it. That was stupid. Oh, well. Already left. Habit. Just skip. Yeah. Han Yolo was a great name.
You did it. I've seen you in action before, but never get anything that big. My legs keep telling me to run, but I just couldn't tear myself away. I don't think I blinked once during the whole battle. A hero tried and true. If only I had possessed such strength. Y'shtola? This is Cryo. Echion eliminated. Oh, if only you could have seen it. Syndrome gave Sephiroth the mother of all rude awakenings. And your distraction was perfect. We encountered not a single Imperial soldier. Hmm? Yes, understood. Let's swap tails at the Rising Stones, then. On our path to the control chamber, we discovered a number of dormant thralls. It would seem the machines that preserve their forms also hold them in a state of torpor. We need not fear them summoning their deity anew. In short, our work here is done. For the present, at least. Let's go home, shall we? Yeah, but sometimes I like to watch the cutscenes anyway. Don't you look fancy? Oh, right, you. Your senses are sharp, young one. I thought we beat you down already. Killer Van Hydrus, legatus of the 6th Legion. And it would seem that that damnable woman and her accomplice have led me a merry dance through the thickest of this infernal island's defenses. To think that I pursued them. I shall withdraw for now, my lesson learned. I doubt it. You Garleans never learn. You covet the means to enslave primals, but in your headlong dash to control that which you do not understand, you show less wisdom than the very beast tribes that summon them. I have no interest in crossing blades with children. Live, grow strong, and mayhap one day you will warrant my attention. I looked back and you weren't there. Something happened. Not of consequence. I mistook a shadow for a man. Just what are you hiding beneath that mask of yours? A longing for hope? An appetite for power? A lingering sense of regret? And do I detect a desire to test your strength against a certain hero? Is that what your gifts tell you? No, those were just wild guesses. But I wonder if some few of my words didn't strike close to the mark. Or mayhap more than a few. Be at ease. I have no supernatural ability to read minds. The echo simply allows me to comprehend, regardless of language, that which a fellow being would have me know. You need not mask your heart as you do your countenance. That was a performance, then? A ruse to uncover my true nature? I see I shall have to keep my wits about me. Shrug. Back to the Rising Stones. So, Warrior of Light, how did it feel to strike down so great a foe? You must tell me more of the experience once our meeting with your colleagues is concluded. Through thine all-surpassing skill at arms, do we now take our first step in ridding the star of the warring triad's baleful presence, and in such wise do we lessen the burden bequeathed unto us by the vainglory of Allag. Know, however, that the two Echions which remain are thought equal in might to Sephiroth, and may yet exceed him. Ere thou proceed, I would counsel thee to marshal thy strength and give careful thought to thy preparation. Assuming the Guardians afford us the luxury of time, even now they grasp for the means to dominate primals, blind to the technology's potential for calamity. My master taught me that the entity known as Sephiroth was this world's first sacred tree, elevated to godhood by the belief of its worshippers. There is no power more fearsome than that born of unconditional faith and unbending ideal. 'Tis plain your master found in you a willing student. Tell me, was it he who taught you of Allegheny Technology's potential for calamity? Or are those your own words? 'Twas but a figure of speech, nothing more. When last we met, I caught a glimpse of the boy behind the mask, but it would seem your defenses are firmly back in place. Must you persist with this infuriating veil of secrecy?
Right.
I, for one, would very much like to know who this master of yours is, among other things. As long as our purposes align, what matter my affiliation?
It matters to me.
It matters a great deal. I do not ask out of idle curiosity. If we are to fight as comrades, we need to be able to trust each other. On which note, I should apologize for my earlier trickery. It was merely an attempt to get to the heart of an enigmatic companion. Truth be told, I was rather glad you reacted as you did. No person of your age has any business being calm and aloof all the time, much as you might wish to be. Anyway, best be off. Do send word if there are any further developments. Bye. Companion now, am I? A fiendish likeness, the fate of stars. As a gift for you. I don't know about that one. Fate of stars. You look different. The other one looks like it'd be hard mode. Troubled warrior of light. 6th Legion will not soon surrender its pursuit of Allegheny Technology. Oh, I get it. You have 6th Legion and the Warring Triad is from FF6. Got it. While it's true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Alizea's defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to his own devices, it will not be long before the Legatus moves too. Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one of your fellow scions. Archon Y'shtola, what news? And you are quite certain they have broken through? Yes, of course. We shall leave immediately. It would seem the thing I feared most has come to pass. The Guardians have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Urianger placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control primal entities. Archon Y'shtola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray depart at once. I will join you when I have informed the other scions of this development. Let's see if I was right. Came across a certain relic. Take this relic. If I use some kind of information. Present this tombstone to the verification node outside triad control. The node's systems will analyze the various aspects. Consider it a sort of mock battle that presumes the Sephiroth who has broke free of its shackles. Manifestation of far stronger incarnation of the Echion. Mimic the catastrophic consequences were Sephiroth ever to absorb an additional source of energy. Say, by defeating another member of the Warring Triad. Super hard mode. stop here and repair everything. Hi, RW Simple. Yes, Warring Triad, which I've never done. There's Wedge. Let's do it for Gilly. I'm gonna go over here real quick and turn this in. Waiting tombstone data. Take this. Threat level extreme. The Empire assumes no responsibility for death or injury resulting from participation in combat simulations. Empire thanks you for volunteering to participate in this study. Post-mortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent participants. Your sacrifice is appreciated. I thought your sacrifice is appreciated. Do it for Gilly. Oh, there you are, Syndrome. I've been waiting for you. So is an old friend of ours. You remember Gilly, don't you? I was feeling awfully lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. Look at her now. Systems down, no power to utter even a single blip. Does this just break your heart, Syndrome? Left alone in this wasteland for thousands of years, just waiting for someone to help, and as soon as she's done her duty, clunk, tossed aside like a rusty old suit of armor. Well, I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. Dragging you into this. I'm gonna bring Gilly back to life, and you're gonna help me. At first, I had a mind to fix her up myself, but I fear she's proven beyond my abilities to repair. That's when I hit upon it. If we found a new body for Gilly, we could transfer her personality and memories right into it. It'd be like she'd never left. And one of the others, you're informed that participation means you agree that in case you survive, you give your permission to be cloned. I know what you're thinking. And just where are we going to find this new body, Wedge? I got 3 words for you. Fractal Continuum. Old warship that was converted into a museum of Allegheny technology. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it'll be there. And it's just a short trip away by matter conduit 6-7 to boot. You'll go, won't you? For Gilly's sake? Later. See, we're the first to arrive. No matter. Colleagues should be here anon. They were wise indeed to keep this area under surveillance. Had the Garleans slipped by unnoticed, I dare not think of the consequences. Archon Y'shtola set forth for Alislia when it became apparent that the Legatus was attempting to breach the barrier. Most hope he has yet to find his prize. Oh, there's a hunt. Well met. Thank you for answering my summons so swiftly, Sindral. Glad your presence should we meet the 6th Legion, as seems all but certain. Houses some of Alag's most advanced technology. Accordingly, Urianger sought to deny the Empire easy ingress with a ward, but they got through the ward. I'd be surprised if the Legatus had not reached the core laboratories already. 'Tis passing strange. I wove the ward in accordance with the most closely guarded teachings of the Archmages of Charlon. Naught was left to chance. Naught.
Like, how did they break it?
'Tis well known that the children of Garlemald have no talent for arcane manipulation, nor hath the Empire more than a cursory knowledge of sorcery. That they should succeed in unraveling so complex a skein of magecraft, and with such surpassing swiftness, is... 'tis passing strange.
Urianger's just like, they should not have been able to get through. Period.
That it is, Urianger, but 'tis a mystery for another day. Arconia Stola has the right of it. For all else, we must move to safeguard the knowledge which enabled the Aliens to harness primal energies. A particular concern is the Genesis expression, a chemical formula that allowed the scholars of yore to create substance from nothingness.
That's insane.
I know of no such formula. Whence you come by this information? Enigmatic master, perchance? He did furnish me with that morsel, yes, and knowing exactly which prize the Legatus now seeks enabled us to predict his position. Do you not see? We have been gifted the perfect opportunity to remove the head of an entire legion.
I've done that before.
I didn't think you so quite bloodthirsty. Surely safeguarding secrets should take precedence over slaying Legatuses. Quaria's sentiments reflect my own, yet the two objectives need not be mutually exclusive. What say you, Urianger?
He is bothered. How did they break it? Huh? Forgive me.
Thoughts were bound up in idle imaginings. In answer to thy question, my lady, I am content to be led by thee in this manner. Right, I've enabled the facility's teleporters. Shall we?
Still thinking.
You dwell on the matter of the barrier.
Of course I dwell on the matter of the barrier.
I do. Verily 'twas a warding spell of labyrinthine
Complexity.
the brainchild of the head of the students of Baldician himself. Even the most learned Archon would require some several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. To do so in mere bells would require some preternatural power akin to the very echo itself. Fate of the Stars.
A bloody reunion.
Guardians strike for the heart of the facility, and the Legatus spearheads their charge. We must be swift in our pursuit.
Here they come. Get out of my way. Good, himself is here. After him! Where'd he go? Contend with this foe. Press forward, comrades. Oh, well. Our thanks, Urianje. Well, we lost the Arcanist. I think he was. Something akin to that. Van Hydras.
In the name of the Emperor!
Ugh, you're not gonna get caught by that. Oh, you're dead. Ah! Cryo! This Cryo! Go! I'll stand guard over Mrs. Cryo. Keep the Legatus from his prize. Okay, so... he's staying behind because Cryo got hit or something happened. Evaluation of the Colossus. This one looks a handful. Nah, that'll be fine. Quickly, inside the barrier! You should be dead! Pot! Thanks, Yashola. Hurry along, shall we? Yes, let's. She got squeezed by a Magican, the one that I hit before it could do anything. Oh, wow. After they got this, right? And still they come. Press on, Syndra. I'll handle this. All right. You. I have exposed the bones of their work. Now to extract the marrow. Runs up and arrow. You can't do anything. You're taking damage. Even in the moment of my triumph, you persist in your misguided crusade. So be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head. And your turrets. Just like the first time we fought. I don't have to withstand it. I dodge it. Exist for a reason, but I will not lose to you again. Oh! Ceruleum Servant. Servant enkindled. No. We're just gonna stop you now. That's cheating. You're dead. My magic enhancing my blade work tenfold. You cannot hope to win. I withstood it. So what now?
Syndrome.
Hey, Stola.
Tumulus is unbreached then.
Not sure about that. I'm about to say, somebody hit him before he does something.
Kyle!
My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path. I'm pretty sure your wounds will slow your blade.
And you would slay me, no doubt, but it would be your final act.
Should be your final act anyway. Just kill him now.
What madness afflicts you, Eorzean fools! The Emperor but desires a means to shackle the Ichions and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation? Because then he would use them to do whatever it is he wants? Rule the world? The universe? Who knows? It is not a man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be as kindling waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Oleg, and invited the calamity in so doing. This start's fate is too important to be decided by one man, a warmongering savage least of all.
Correct.
Have care, boy. You speak of my Emperor. And? I don't give a... Dying here in defense of his honor would not further his cause. You should die here anyway. Why are we letting him do something? Why are we letting him use a flashbang grenade? Why? Well, I appear not to be dead. True, but... Ow. Kyle. I may have cracked a rib. Or two. I'll be fine. Honestly.
Not fine.
Our foes gave no quarter. Had Unu stinted in his defense of thee, thou mayst be certain thy hurts would be far worse. I could do no less. Mistress Kryl is here at my behest, after all. Secrets of a log are safe for the present, though. 'Tis doubtful the Legatus will return to Golemon till the prize he coveteth lieth in his grasp. Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Krell and I will place additional seals upon the tomblet. Oh no. I appreciated you staying at my side. Thank you. "'Twas not." "Oh, please. It was a good deal more than that. You know it. Now let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is, 'You're welcome.'" You're welcome. Arianje, are the new wards already in place? My colleagues yet toll upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret that I might question thee outside their hearing. Question me? I would speak with the one who undid my subtlest magecraft. He who invited an Imperial Legatus into this facility in hopes of engineering the man's demise at the hands of the Warrior of Light. You accuse me of masterminding this day's events? The plan may have been thy master's, but the deed was thine. Thou didst lure the Legatus of the Sixth Legion into a trap, from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plan from the first. And you have proof of this? Thine own words betrayed thee. Thou didst speak of the Empire's desire to claim the Genesis expression, the existence of which even the learned Mistress Cryo was ignorant. Whence then did the Legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there is the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save one possessed of an otherworldly gift could have so swiftly effected its dissolution. Know thee of another blessed with such? Assuming these accusations have merit, what then? Full many times and oft doth the pursuit of truth lead men down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose, but 'tis but thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire we have a common foe. Hast thou deigned to share thine intentions with Syndril and Mistress Cryo, 'tis like we would have closed the trap with less risk to life, and more success. I sought to use the most dangerous secrets of Alag as bait. Who among you would agree to such a reckless plan? We have done far more reckless, or just as reckless plans in our time adventuring here. You would be surprised. None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals and those who would control them, the code rationality upon which thou so pridest thyself is conspicuous by its absence. Know that the salvation of the star is an end too vast for any one of us to accomplish alone. Shouldst thou fail to trust in thy comrades, I foresee thy actions precipitating some terrible misfortune. Indeed. My sincerest apologies, Sindral. Urianger is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Une in this transgression, and keep mention of it from Mistress Cryle. 'Twould be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had a chance to bloom. Got it. There you are, rotten idler! When Y'shtola realized we were struggling with the wards alone, she was absolutely livid! Never mind the Warring Triad. I have awoken Archon Y'shtola's tempestuous wrath. In supplicant mood shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence. Forget the Warrior Triad, I made Y'shtola mad. Just the way he said it was dripping with sarcasm. Come, Sindral. Time we return to the Rising Stones. And bow. Enemies! Back to the Rising Stones, but that is going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed and had a lot of fun. Tomorrow we will pick back up here and continue along the Warring Triad questline. Until tomorrow, I'm Sindral. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.